Okay, you guys ready for Fano's Muffin Factory? Hope you guys are all ready for this shit. It's like the feeling you get after a party. Yeah, we had a crazy party. I can't even think about like anything right now. How long was I playing that too? It felt like such a long time. That had to have been like the longest test game, right? Like in length, if you just go through it and you don't die and everything, you watch all the cutscenes. Jerk off and play Smash. Yeah, so much happened. Okay, Fano's Muffin Factory, Chapter 1. You're hired. It's 2020. The chats have fallen due to Epic no longer having the will to stream or do anything anymore. However, two people have still stayed in contact, Fano and Jagged. Jagged walks in front of the shady-looking building. Welp, this looks like the place. Before him stood a factory that mass-produces muffins because Muffin. Jagged had been hired by his old buddy Fano because Fano is lonely and likes to have friends around, so he invited Jagged to come work for him in his factory. Jagged walks inside and is immediately greeted by Fano. Hey Jagged, how you doing, old buddy? Fano asks Jagged. I'm doing good now that Maria fucked off of the internet. My life has been great. Sucks that everybody's separated, though, Jagged responded. Well, yeah, well, anyway, my lovely wife Ashley will give you a tour. End of chapter. Yeah, so I'm just reading it as it's written. Uh, Beautiful. 2 hours, God. That's insane. That's just such an insane game, God. Okay, so let's recap what we just read. So this takes place about a little over a year in the future, and apparently I stopped streaming, which honestly, like, I know Corey said something about me ending streaming. There probably will come a time soon, actually, where, like, it's gonna be, like, very, very scarce, if not existent at all, streams, but, like, I'm never gonna, like, personally ever say I'm gonna stop forever. Just because I don't like closing doors like that if I don't have to. You never know. I'll always be like around. I'll always be in the chats and shit. So don't count on me ever disappearing. Okay. I hope I not don't count on me, but don't. I wouldn't do that. Probably. Okay. So Fano's married to Ashley, and Jagged came to work at his factory or something. Chapter 2. Our reunion. Epic's already retconning the fanfic. What did I do? Oh no! I'm just explaining because Corey actually said something about if Epic ever announces this is the last time ever streaming. I would like to clarify that like I don't really believe in like I wouldn't want to do that. That'd be too sad. After getting a tour from the very lovely Ashley, Jagged got to work on making muffins when he realized only like 6 people work here. Him, Fano. Whoops. Wait, what did I do? Him, Fano, Ashley, Slosh, Toxic, and Wade, which is odd because only he and Fano had kept in contact, or apparently so he thought. 2 hours later, Fano came down from his stairwell. Well, Jagged, time to clock out and go home, buddy. Did you enjoy your first day? Fano asked. Yee, but I thought only you and I had kept in contact, Jagged responded. Yeah, well, they somehow found this place and wanted to stay together, so they worked here. Fano, what's the motive of this place? Make muffins? Spread happiness? Reunite everyone? That's the end of the chapter. Okay, so what's his fate? This is... Yeah, cool. Chapter 3. Ultimate Plan. Fano was at the factory late at night, creating a plan to get all of his friends back together. I feel Mr. Cool is going to be the hardest because him and Gaston are on their honeymoon. Epic is uncontactable. Uncontactable. And Tess is in China with Zoe on their anniversary. When suddenly Ashley walked in. Fano, somebody is here to see you. Oh, well, I better go see who it is. Fano walks to the front of the factory to see a familiar face and one he thought would be difficult to find. Except he was crying. Gaston divorced me! It was Mr. Cool. Holy shit, Mr. Cool, are you okay? No. Well, I mean, do you want a job here, or do you need a place to stay? Probably both, TBH. Okay, we'll just go to sleep on the couch we conveniently keep in the back room, okay? Mr. Cool walked to the back of the factory, and then a loud snore was heard. Why the hell is is the person typing all this out making him snore? I don't know. All I know is that I turned that chair into a frog. Ashley responded. Well, anywho, hey, wait a minute. Somebody is reading this. Hey, you reading this. Yeah, I mean you. Tell the asshole who was writing this to stop fucking with our lives. About 10 minutes later, Fano and Ashley went home, leaving Mr. Cool alone in the factory. Wowie caboodles. Yeah, Jagged? I got the song stuck in my head now. Do, 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 do. Fano knows all, Mr. Cool. Oh, sure, I'll read Jagged's out to Fano. Jagged's is more based on true stories that or things that actually happened, I think. If there's no ad Fano 16, I'm gonna get past. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Okay, ready? Chapter 4, Night Shift. Mr. Cool was sleeping when he heard the shattering of glass and quickly investigated. He saw a shadow move around in the distance and chased after the mysterious shadow. Get back here! The mysterious shadow ran into Fano's office with Mr. Cool right on his trail. Mr. Cool walked into the office to see the mysterious intruder trying to break into a safe. What are you doing? Mr. Cool yelled at the intruder. Well, if you must know, a familiar voice struck Mr. Cool in the butt with nostalgia. It's you! Yes, it is I, but why are you trying to rob the factory? This place holds secrets so dire you would shit your pants if you find out what they were. Maybe, but dude, you should come back in the morning and try to work here so that you can figure out shit as an employee. That's a good idea. Okay, see you later. Then he left and Mr. Cool went back to sleep on the couch in the back. So apparently there's secrets. And yeah. Interesting. I think we should wait for what's wrong a porn story now. Oh my god. I'm really expect. I'm so fucking tired. Are you ready to keep going? Who's about FNAF? Beautiful. Ready? Chapter 5, New Employee. Fano walks into the factory in the morning and wakes up Mr. Cool. Hey, Mr. Cool, did you break a window? Fano asked, noting the broken window. Huh? Oh yeah, I woke up last night, got a little frustrated and threw a rock at it, Mr. Cool said, lying to hide what had happened the night before. Okay, well, don't break another one, or I'm probably not going to be too happy. Oh, and by the way, you're the new head of security, and also the only person working in security, Fano said as he walked away to his office, before stopping at the door to greet everybody coming inside, but stopping Jagged as he comes inside. Hey, Jagged, I need you to make sure no more windows get broken. Jagged nodded, agreeing. About an hour later, somebody walks into the factory. Well, if it isn't Butt, how are you doing, buddy? Fano said, greeting his friend. I'm doing great. Anyways, I'm here to see how I can help out, Butt said, replying. Oh, well, I actually just appointed a head of security, so I guess you can be a security guard. Great, where can I meet him? Oh, well, he's just in that back room on the couch. Butt walks to the back room, seeing Mr. Cool. Well, I guess we're work buds now, Butt says, smiling, thinking up a plan. Yep, guess we are, but what were you doing here last night? Mr. Cool asked. Well, I was trying to get into a safe that can help expose this factory. Expose it for what? If we're lucky, you'll never find out. Oh. Yeah, I gotta read this song. Corn. Jack Black. LMAO. Let's all leave this dumb shit and go to Pornhub. Good idea. Okay, Jaggy. This is amazing, I know, right? This is glorious. I love this. Chapter 6, Fresh Ingredients. It was midnight. The only sound that could be heard was Mr. Cool and Butt sleeping, when suddenly they both woke up at the same time. but then made sure nobody else was inside and walked to Fano's office trying to get into the safe from the night before. Mr. Cool was still not sure what was happening when suddenly Fano walked into the factory. "Hey Fano, why are you here so late, buddy?" Mr. Cool asked while walking towards Fano. "Oh, I just forgot my phone in my office and didn't realize till just now," Fano said, responding before continuing towards his office. But then hears the approaching footsteps and assumes it's just Mr. Cool before hearing Fano say, "What the hell are you doing?" But stopped in his tracks and stumbles for words. I'm going to go get my phone, but you and I are going to have a chat tomorrow," Fano says as he grabs his phone and stomps out of the building. The next day, Butt is called into Fano's office. "I know what you're trying to do here, Butt, so buddy, I have somebody who will help me with something." Fano pulls a lever, revealing a secret room with a man standing next to a machine that looks like it hasn't been used in a long, long time. Butt is pushed into the room and gets tied up into the machine. "Fano, what are you doing?" Butt asks as the mystery man turns the machine on. "Any last words, Butt?" Fano asks menacingly. "Yeah, who is that mystery man?" Butt responds. The mystery man takes off his mask and reveals himself to be Jagged before another lever is pulled and Butt gets ripped in half. Oh my god! That's the big twist. Holy shit. Oh my god. Chapter 7, Unknown Circumstances. Jagged woke up in front of the muffin making machine and rubbed his head. "Man, I must have passed out while making muffins. I guess, well, time to go home." Jagged headed for the exit before being stopped by Mr. Cool. "Jagged, do you remember anything today?" "I remember making muffins with the machine, but while doing that, I guess I must have passed out or something." "Okay, because I remember coming into work, but I barely remember." I'm so used to reading barley that I started to read like that. "But I barely remember anything past that, so I was just seeing if you knew anything." "Huh, strange how he can't remember anything. Well, I mean, there is a piece of paper in my pocket, but other than that, I got nothing." "Well, what does it say?" "It says 69, 45, 63, 84, 57F. Sounds like a combination. Maybe it goes to a safe. I think there's one in Fano's office. Then let's see what we can find up there tomorrow." They both nodded and Jagged left the factory. Jagged hurt his butt. It happened. Wow. This is canon to read this game. No. Well, I mean, it is canon that he wrote this. Jagged was mind controlled doing it, but then he had his memories erased. Yeah. Chapter 8, Find the Truth. Jagged walked into the factory at around 7 a.m. Fano walked over to talk to Jagged. "Wow, you're here early," Fano said in a surprised tone of voice. "Just wanted to get a head start on making muffins," Jagged responded. "Well, save some work for everybody else, buddy," Fano said before walking back to where he was before. Jagged walked to the back room where Mr. Cool sleeps. "So are we going to try to find a way to get into Fano's office?" Mr. Cool asked Jagged. "I brought a Muffin coloring book. It's about 300 pages and can keep him distracted for about 3 hours," Jagged answered before pulling the coloring book out of his work bag. "So what's the plan?" "Throw the coloring book to Fano, sneak into his office, look for a safe, and see what's inside." "I like this plan." Jagged and Mr. Cool snuck to the front of the factory. Jagged threw the Muffin coloring book towards Fano. "What's this? A Muffin coloring book? Feels like a plot device." "Well, anyways, I know what I'm doing for the next 3 hours," Fano said, picking up the coloring book and grabbing about 7 boxes of crayons. "Okay, let's move," Jagged said as he started going up the stairs into Fano's office. Mr. Cool approaches the safe and inputs the combination. "Your main character, Mr. Cool, you and... well, I guess Butt's dead." Trevor Jagged plays Jack Torrance. Oh my god. Let's see what else. Corey is just you. Let's see here. Chapter 9, Mixed Feelings. Jagged and Mr. Cool open the safe, seeing a book and opening it to read it. Sorry, I blinked out. Jagged and Mr. Cool opened the safe, seeing a book and opening it to read it. Fano's awesome plan to rule just about everything. They looked at the pages, seeing childlike drawings done entirely in crayon, showing some step-by-step plans, showcasing erasing memories and using organs as ingredients in mind control and murder. There's a few sticky notes explaining the drawings, with the last drawing being of Fano and Ashley with crowns on their heads. But Fano's is made of muffins, while Ashley's is made of solid gold. And friends mindlessly working. Disgusted, the two pocket the book and close the safe, leaving the office. What are we gonna do? Jagged asked Mr. Cool back in the back room of the factory. We could try calling for help, maybe, Mr. Cool said in response. Oh, what happened? Sorry, blank. There. Disgusted, they closed the book. What are we gonna do? Jagged asked Mr. Cool in the back room of the factory. We could try calling for help, maybe, Mr. Cool said in response. Who are we supposed to call? Oh, I know. We can try calling Epic and Test. How are we supposed to call them? They're hard to get a hold of. I have their phone numbers. Now that just sounds like a convenient plot device. It probably is, but let's call them. 3 days later, everybody is working like usual. But this is my favorite part. Everybody is working. Well, this may be my second favorite part. Everybody is working like usual when suddenly a loud knock is heard on the factory doors. Fano, open the door, a voice says on the other side of the door. Fano opens the door and sees Epic and Tess standing there. Fano, in shock, rubs his eyes to make sure he's not dreaming. Fano, we're here to arrest you, Epic said, pulling out a strange mystical hammer before handing it to Tess. What for? Fano asked, befuddled at what's happening. We found your plan book, Fano, Jagged and Mr. Cool said, standing in between Epic, Tess, and Fano. Thanks for your help, Jagged. Now take this hammer and ban him, Tess said, holding out the hammer to Jagged. Wait, Jagged, if you hit them with that hammer, I'll make you my right-hand man, and you, me, and Ashley, but mostly Ashley, can rule the world together, Fano said in an attempt to sway Jagged to his side. Jagged, unsure of what to do, thinks hard, trying to think of which side to be on. By the way, this story's going to have 2 endings. Oh, God, this is it. Yeah, we're like policemen? Is that how you see us? I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. Okay, so I think they're in a certain order. Good ending, Fano fallen. We'll read the good ending then the bad ending, because I think the bad ending's going to be more relevant to us all. But, we'll see. Ready? Here's the good ending. Fano, you're insane, Jagged said as he took the band hammer and walked over to Fano. Jagged, what are you doing? Fano said, starting to panic. Ending a crooked empire, Jagged said as he swung the hammer and hit Fano. Fano then appeared in a cage behind Epic and Tess. Well, shit, Fano said, sitting down in his cage as Tess and Epic picked up the cage and started to walk away. Wait, what about Ashley? Jagged and Mr. Cool asked Epic as they were walking away from the factory to put Fano in a truck that would keep him locked up. Oh yeah, she's involved in this plan, right? We should probably lock her up with Fano, Epic said, as everyone ran back into the factory only to see Ashley was gone. That's not good, Tess said, worried as to what will happen next. I'm sure she can't cause too much trouble. Let's just take Fano for now, Epic said as everybody started walking back to the truck, unaware of what would happen in the span of 1 month. Dun dun dun. The end. Muffin factory depending leads to something else. Are you guys ready for the bad ending? This sounds great. Oh, whoops. I like this. Fano was a Muffin factory and tries to reunite his friends. Hashtag IDK. Bad ending. 3rd place. This is the best one. Jagged grabbed the hammer and handed it to Fano. Alright, now let's end business, Fano says. The hammer suddenly changes aura. Jagged, why would you do this? Epic says, trying to make sense of what has happened. Fano swings the hammer at Epic but misses. Epic and Tess run into a truck and drive away. Now then, Fano walks towards Ashley and hands her the hammer. I believe this now belongs to you, Fano says as Ashley holds the hammer up into the air and it suddenly turns into a magic wand. This is like Star Wars: The Force of Evil. Thank you for your assistance, Jagged. You're now the 3rd place ruler of the world. Ashley then creates an army of evil clay beings and Lego beings. 3 weeks later. Ashley, the stop-motion creatures are getting out of control. They're trying to go into other realities, Fano said, trying to make sense of what's been going on. Fano, they've already invaded another reality. One where we're all living in peace, Jagged said, adding info to what Fano just said. We'll wait then, Ashley finally said. What? Both Fano and Jagged asked. We'll wait for the people of that reality to handle the problem. Then we finish what we started here, Ashley answered. I guess that makes sense, Fano and Jagged said in a confused tone. In an alternate reality, we're fucked, Epic said, staring of a cliff with his friends behind him, looking at the Lego and clay army in the sky. To be continued. Fano's Love Factory. Funny. That's it.